developing tonight. More than 40 monkeys are still missing in South Carolina. Yeah, they escaped from a research lab in the Low Country. This has made news headlines pretty much everywhere across the country as the search continues tonight. I've seen it all over X, almost every social media site. WCNC Charlotte's Julie Kay is here with the latest on the investigation. Wild stuff and a reaction from a local exotic animal expert here, Julie.
Yeah, the police have teamed up with the research lab, and the latest update came about 10 hours ago. At that point, the lab had eyes on the monkeys and were trying to lure them back with food. They've also set up traps and are using thermal imaging cameras to watch them. But the big message for everyone, if you see a monkey, do not approach it. This facility in Yamasee, South Carolina is home to research lab Alpha Genesis and self-described primate research specialists. But exotic animal expert Deborah Colea
he just bit me.
Isn't so convinced.
You know, you lose 43 monkeys, something's going wrong.
Colea takes in exotic rescues at her home in Concord.
Noodles is very active right now.
And when she heard the news, she was worried.
When a research facility can't keep a hold of animals that are potentially dangerous, that's a problem.
Officers confirmed a new employee at Alpha Genesis did not fully close the gate, letting dozens of primates get out.
Despite the work they do there, these animals are not infected with anything. They're healthy. They're skittish.
Yamasee police released a statement saying the monkeys have not been used for testing and are too young to carry diseases. But because these animals are so humanized, Colea says people should be even more careful.
They know that they get fed by people at certain times of the day and all, so they're going to be more aggressive towards a person.
Something she's seen firsthand after a primate she rescued attacked her earlier in her career.
I humanized him. I let him do what he wanted to, and it was my fault.
Both Colea and police agree.
Do not leave dog doors open.
Your doors and windows secured.
Secure your space until the primates are secure in theirs. And this has happened before. In 2016, 19 monkeys escaped from that same facility. They returned about 6 hours later. Colin, back to you.
Man, somebody's going to make a movie of this one day. I know it. Julie, thank you.
Why would they say that? Oh, they're going to make a movie about this, which in reality they already did. It's called Outbreak. Try to remain calm. This animal carries a deadly virus, and the greatest medical crisis in the world is about to happen. All right. With that being said, I'm going to say Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Ababa Ball. Shalom, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, Brakatham. To all you sincere brothers and sisters out there, double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopefully scattered abroad. Let's play this video. We'll grab a few scriptures.
This is Dabu 7. We have authorities in South Carolina warning residents to lock their doors and windows after more than 40 monkeys have escaped from this research facility that's called Alpha Genesis. This sits in Beaufort County in South Carolina. They're saying that these primates broke loose and they're out setting traps, and they've got thermal imaging up with cameras trying to find these monkeys. Apparently, the Yamasee Police Department said that they have not found a single one of these monkeys. Again, they're coming from an area where they do research on these animals. It's reminiscent to what happened a few years back in Pennsylvania when a truck turned over and those research monkeys got loose, and actually one attacked a woman, and we never heard anything about her after that. But anytime we've got research monkeys breaking loose, it's worth making note of it and using caution. Now, they have all their veterinary technicians and police officers together trying to round up these monkeys, but again, they said they have not found a single one. And apparently South Carolina has a place in Morgan Island known as Monkey Island, where the government allowed them to oversee a colony of 3,500 monkeys. So we don't know exactly what these monkeys could be carrying, although they say that they test for brain things like brain diseases and stuff that goes on with the brain with these monkeys. So I just wanted to give a heads up and let it be known they are on the loose in South Carolina. If you come in contact with any of them, They say to dial 911 or contact local authorities. Just saying, this is a big heads up.
And if you know anything about research monkeys, what they do with these monkeys is they inject them with all type of different diseases, pathogens, and test them, which is wicked as hell. He said they had an island of over 3,000 of them, where Esau can just go over there and test on these monkeys, which shows you that this man is, vile, man. He's subjecting these animals to different diseases and really, when you go into this stuff, they put patents on it, then they release it to the public. But, this reminds me of the movie The Planet of the Apes, when those monkeys escaped, which those monkeys were supposed to represent Jake. Those monkeys escaped, and then they, when they did escape, they released a certain disease that pretty much killed, a lot of mankind. All right, and if you know also anything about, these monkeys and what they put in them, that's how the so-called AIDS epidemic came about. Now, they said it's from somebody who had intercourse with a monkey. No. They test these different diseases inside of monkeys, and then they transfer it to people. Okay, there's patents for all this stuff. So let's grab a few scriptures real quick, because we see what Esau is doing, him and his monkey business. I'm going to bring this out again. It says, outbreak, try to remain calm. This animal carries a deadly virus. And who gave this animal that deadly virus? Esau. They do this on purpose. And look how they got Morgan Freeman right in front of the monkey, and the Edomites above it. All this is symbolic, man. Which you just had this whole thing with the monkeypox. It came and left, and they're preparing all these things to bring it back. They're preparing all these things to gear right back up. We are in this time. It says, and the greatest medical crisis in the world is about to happen. So that's the time we're coming into pestilences, man. Plagues are coming upon this place. Grabbing a few scriptures, let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we see what you devils are doing. All right, we are not, simple. We ain't, naive and, it's just some monkeys. No, these monkeys are infected with shit that you can't even imagine. All right, that you can't even put into words, that you can't even comprehend. Esau got shit going on, man. There's a new zombie movie just came out. I started watching it last night. I ended up having to go to sleep, but I'm gonna finish watching it today. YAHAWAH. But it's a new zombie movie that came out, and it's talking about rabies. Which animals carry, particular animals carry rabies, and if they, bite you, then you can get, you have to go get a rabies shot and stuff. So, but basically in that movie, from what I've seen, is it was making people, pretty much zombies from rabies. So they're telling you, oh yeah, watch out for these monkeys. But if they go out there biting people, and who knows what they put in them, and they said that somebody, left one of the doors open, which really they let them out, man. Or they let them out. This is all according to plan. Nothing happens coincidentally. It says, Psalm chapter 36, verse 4, he deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth evil. It's not what I was looking for. Let me see if I can find it real quick. That's not what I was looking for, but that one works too. Here we go. Micah chapter 2, verse 1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. And this is, these elites, man. They think of all this shit, way ahead of time. That's why you have the Simpsons that be so-called predicting stuff. No, those are Freemasons that run that show. And it's all going according to plan. You have the Illuminati card game. It's all going according to their plan. They already thought this stuff up upon their beds. It says, and when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. So they have the power to practice these things and put them into work. All right. It says they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And this is what Esau does. All right. He has many different ways of doing this. This man is diabolical. So that's why the scriptures tell us to never trust our enemy. Okay. You can never trust your enemy, man. This man, he goes, he's far out with the things he does to bring death and destruction. Let's go right here. It says, Luke chapter 21, which this is the time that we're in. Luke chapter 21, verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, which we're hearing of now, be not terrified, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences. and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. All right. So the point I want to grab right there is pestilences. All right. Let's bring out this word pestilence. All right. There's a reason for everything. Like I said, somebody didn't just leave and this is the second time this happened from the same place. Fool me one time, shame on me. Fool me two times, shame on you. All right. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me two times, shame on me. So, hey, we ain't been fooled by this no more. We know what these devils are doing. Okay. It says the word for pestilence.
Strong's G 3061. Loimas. Loimas.
It says pestilence, a pestilent fellow, pest, plague. It says a plague, literally the disease, or figuratively a pest, pestilence. So you go into that word disease. All right, so they're, like I said, they're pumping these animals with all type of different diseases, and then they'll accidentally release them so they can go out there and bite somebody, and then, oh yeah, now we got a mass pandemic. This is how this man gets down. This man is diabolical. And because we have this understanding and this truth, we know how when we see what you're doing now. We see it as clear as day. It's no surprise to us. The Lord has given us the understanding and opened our eyes to the light. It says 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence. So we are in a time of great pestilences and disease going out here, man. All right, the Lord's sending pestilences. In these last times, they're going to have all different types of stuff coming out. Every time you turn your head. That's why that whole C9 thing was just a forerunner. Even with that, like the movie Outbreak I just showed you, they had a movie, about the C9 before the C9 came. They had a movie about the outbreak before the outbreak came. They do all this stuff for predictive programming. It says to waste thy houses with destruction and death. So a lot of people are about to die. Whether it be, from poverty, people just, everybody's poor right now. Famine, starving to death, the sword, violence, or pestilences, diseases. All right, a lot of people are going to die from these particular diseases, and, that's going to be that. All right, this is what we come out here to warn you, to give you the heads up. Even Dabu 7, which that guy got to be a Jake, man. But he's always, watching these things and giving you the warning. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. If you got these people that don't even know about the truth or not even in the truth, that's on fire, constantly, putting out these warnings, what do you think that we're supposed to be doing? Let's go to Psalm chapter 91, verse 1. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And you're going to need the Lord in these last days, for that divine intervention, to be able to make it through these times that we're in. If you don't have the Lord, you're going to be taken by this. If it's not the sword, then the pestilence. If it's not the pestilence, then hunger. Whatever it's going to be, the Lord got many ways to take you people out. He's about to start expressing them. Well, people want to play around my damn car while I'm out here doing the video. It says, I will say of the Lord Yahawah, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. So you brothers and sisters that believe and trust in YAHAWASHI, continue to do that. Continue to pray. Continue to stay in the spirit, because the Lord is going to deliver us from these things, man. Through the power of YAHAWASHI, we will be delivered from these things and kept from this destruction and pestilences and disease. Also, scripture says that famine and destruction thou shalt laugh. We're going to see a lot of people that's, they're going to have the monkeypox. They're going to be all messed up, and we're going to be laughing at you because we gave you the warning. It says, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. You see, so this truth is what's going to be our protector. The fact we have this knowledge and been serving YAHAWASHI and praying to YAHAWASHI, that's going to give us, the Lord's going to show great mercy unto us in these last days. Lord, when we be a part of that elect, when everybody else is going to be completely left out there, to be destroyed. It says, thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. And, Jacob's trouble is coming. All hell about to break loose. Trump about to get in office and do mass deportations. They're talking about missiles being shot off and nuclear destruction. But we're not afraid of this stuff, because we know the Lord is with us. It says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. And you got monkeys out there roaming the streets right now with 250 different diseases on them. They say, oh, they don't have any diseases. Yeah, all right, man. That's why you don't trust these devils, man. They'll tell you all type of stuff all over the news, but it'll be completely different in real life. You get bit by one of these monkeys, and you know, having an adverse reaction. So be mindful. I wouldn't be surprised if they release these monkeys in Jake communities, man. You know where Jake at. It says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. What does that mean? We're going to see a lot of death in these last days, man. You're going to see people that you know all your life just dropping dead, you know. It says, only with thine eye shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So this is the reward of the wicked. If you've been a wicked, abominable nigga, the Lord got something in store for you, man. Okay, and no matter how many bullets you got in that Glock 9, it's not going to save you. All right? Because thou hast made the Lord Yahawah Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil, bad time, befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. So our families and our houses are going to be taken care of when everybody else is dying left and right. I remember what happened with Egypt. Pharaoh's firstborn sons, you know, all the Egyptians, their firstborn sons died, man. And that's going to happen again in this kingdom. But the Lord is going to protect his men and their families. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So the Lord's going to give his angels charge over his men to keep them, man. You know, to protect you, you know, to keep you safe, you know, to guide you in these last days, you know. Because if somebody gets sick, you know, and really it's just a demon, you know, all these different diseases and stuff, all that stuff is just demons, man. It's, you know, it's pestilence. So it's the Lord that got to be, you know, have his angels protecting you and shielding you from these things when they're just so rapidly destroying everybody else. When they're so rapidly, you know, killing everybody else, the Lord's going to protect you. And that's why this truth has been so important, you know, that we come into this thing and take it seriously, because we in that time, man. That being said, I'm saying shalom, come shalom, Baba.